Hey students, welcome back to SU's Homeschool Week 2. This is Mr. Berkey and Mr. Tull's
Guys,
basketball. So what you will need is a basketball. It doesn't have to be a basketball, it could be any ball, whether it's big, small, bouncy. Like Mr. Tull has a volleyball. As long as it is not flat like a football, that's fine. And you don't need colored cones. You could use cups or anything that you find around the house that's not glass or that you can hurt yourself. That it'll be nice enough for you. If you can knock it over, it won't do anything or hurt anybody. So to start, we're going to have an instant activity. We're going to be talking about what we are learning, our activities focus, and then we're going to be doing a review and a closure at the end with a flip grid. So our instant activity is a cardiovascular endurance activity. We will do this quick warm up to get up, to get active, to be healthy, and to stay in shape. We're going to play this instant activity. Mr. Tull and I are going to take our cameras off so that you guys can focus more onto the activity, all right? When the music begins and you have read the instructions, you can begin. All right, so right now you can find So how does playing basketball improve cardiovascular endurance or flexibility is one of our questions. Go ahead and think about it. Are you going to know what to make you bed or All right, so which is healthier, apple juice or eating an apple?
it's a big question. Think about what is in apple juice and what's in an actual apple.
All right, you guys can touch the grid, maybe your desk or your countertop, and if you don't have Legos like that, okay, so should you be active for 15 or 60 minutes a day? Think about that, and the answer will pop up shortly. 60 minutes is very key. Another good touch, maybe it's the same. Maybe one of the balls, and maybe you put stuff in. Have it stuck in. All right, so the next, do you need 4 or 8 hours of sleep every night? Try to think about that and then come back with the answer.
Think about how you feel after each one of those.
8 hours. I know if I don't get 8 hours, I feel. Now you guys do it. Like that. All right, so what do you guys like better, apples or bananas better? Absolutely, both are very healthy for you. All right, maybe a door, another one of your pets, and the apple. Do push-ups improve your muscular endurance or flexibility? Go ahead and think about that and then come back with the answer. They improve your muscular endurance. The more you go, the harder and more it feels like it's burning. Now we're going to another fruit, the apple, microwave, and all right, so you guys like hiking in the woods or playing at the beach better? Both are very good acts of exercise, so let's see. They are lots of fun, and they are very healthy and great types of exercise. I'm going to go touch the towel, maybe your feet out. So which is better for you, cardiovascular endurance, soccer, or baseball?
Think about how much running you do in both of those sports.
Absolutely. Soccer is so much more of a better cardio than the ball. Your food. Have you guys ever tried breathing exercises to reduce your stress? Yes or no?
I have. It's super
I know.
important.
It can make you feel more than just better. A lot of things. All right, so guys, add up your points. You got between 23 and 30 points. Wow. If you got between 16 and 22, you did great. If you did between 10 and 15, you did good. If you did between 6 and 9, you did okay. And if you did between 0 and 5 points, well, maybe we can try harder next time and get maybe even all the way up to 30.
So that was a good little warm up to get us moving around, get the blood flowing a little bit. But now we're on to the main reason why we're here today, which is learning how to properly pass a basketball and catch it. So if you look on the screen right now, you can see all of our standards and our objectives of what we're going to be doing today. We're not going to read them out loud. If you need to look at them, they're right there on the screen.
Absolutely.
So
give me a second to be able to read that.
Yep. And while you're reading that, think about what we're going to do when passing a basketball, like what you should look like, how you should do it, and how much force should you use. All those different types of things should be going through your head right now.
All right. So for activity 1, we're going to be doing what we call a wall ball. So
but before we get there, we are going to talk about what it should look like when you properly pass the basketball. So I have my little ball right here. It's not a basketball, best I could do. However, if Mr. Berkey wants to explain the cues of what it looks like when you pass a basketball, I will mirror that.
1 second. There we go. All right. So the cues for passing a basketball are to move the chair. There we go. All right. So hold the ball in your hand. All fingers on the ball.
If it look like this, you should almost make a circle with your fingers.
Sometimes we touch thumb to thumb. And if we're catching like underhand, maybe sometimes we even make it like a little triangle or with our pinkies maybe as well. So we're going to take a step forward, taking it off our chest and passing it just like that. Letting go. Yep.
So it should look like.
Don't forget to keep your eyes up, your head up, as well as to bend your knees.
You want to see where you're throwing the ball to when you're passing. You don't want to be making bad passes out there.
Absolutely. We want you to keep your head up so that way if the ball comes back from bouncing, it doesn't hurt you or hit you at all.
So now that we've showed you how to pass a basketball, we're going to see your accuracy. Our first activity, you just got to find a wall, like a blank wall, like a fence, something outside, preferably not inside so we don't break anything. And I want you to be in a safe space where you're not going to trip over anything, nothing's going to fall, nothing's going to hit you, anything like that. And what you need to do, you're going to pass the basketball 10 times. The first 10, just work on bouncing the ball off the ground onto the wall and having it come back to you. Make sure you're making your step, pushing your ball, keeping your eyes up so you can see what's going on. And after we do the 10 bounce passes, we're going to do a chest pass. So instead of bouncing the ball on the ground, you're just going to be throwing the ball straight at the wall. Not too hard. Don't want to have it bounce back and hit you, anything like that.
Absolutely.
Super easy. And after that, we're going to do an overhead pass. It's almost like soccer. If you've ever seen someone throw in like that, that's just like exactly what an overhead pass is. Once you do each of those 10 times, take your time. Don't rush it. Make sure your form looks good. Get the actual reps. And give you about 5 minutes to do this. After you've done all 3, go back through, do them all again. Make sure you're getting the good practice that you need.
All right, so we're going to start the timer and let you guys just go ahead at it. Go right ahead. Don't forget to be switching from your ball pass to your chest pass. And if you're on the chest pass soon, don't forget to be getting ready to be switching over to your overhead pass.
Remember not to rush this. Take your time. Make sure you're stepping, looking where you're throwing the ball, following through with your hands.
All right, 1 minute counting. Everybody pick it up. Turn up. Make your head back. Already done them, just continue to keep them.
Finish up strong, guys.
right.
So after that one, we should have gotten a basic understanding of what it's like to pass a basketball. Hopefully you got a good grasp of what it's like coming back to you from the chest pass and the overhead pass. You should be able to catch it. Like if you diamond shape your hands, make sure it doesn't hit you. So now we're going to take it up a notch. Instead of just throwing at a random wall, we're going to give you a target to throw at. So what I want you to do is find an open area. Again, a safe open area where you're not going to get hit by anything, not going to trip over anything, fall down, anything like that. And I want you to set up cups or cones or anything that's not going to matter if it gets dirty. And I want you to set them up in a line, just a straight line. Once you set them up, I want you to take 5 big steps backwards from where you set those cones up. And that's going to be your line for throwing. So then after you've done that, when the clock starts, you're going to take your ball and you're going to practice aiming, like you would be aiming at a target, aiming at a partner, something like that. But instead of a partner, it's going to be the cup, cone, whatever it may be. And knock over as many as you can within the time limit. If you knock them all over, go set them back up. I want you to keep a tally about how many you were able to knock over inside the 5-minute time limit. Mr. Berkey, anything to add?
I think you basically got it all. Make sure, you guys aren't really playing ball in the house. I know we were always taught, don't play ball in the house. I don't want you to hit anything or break nothing, or your parents get even mad. Or maybe using something that'll hurt you, maybe like glass or metal or something like that. Try and make it safe, away from objects that can be broken if it ball bounces and all that. So we're going to start the timer. Same cues for each bounce pass, chest pass, and the overhead pass. But just keep score. We'll see after you guys all tally.
Right, boys and girls, finish up strong there. 10 more seconds.
It's on. Go. All right.
All right, so hopefully got in some good target practice. Hopefully you're able to knock over a lot of those cones / cups, whatever it was. Hopefully you got a big score and you remembered to do the proper cues of stepping and throwing, pushing outwards, keeping your eyes on your target, all that good stuff. So we're gonna move on. A little cool down activity. I know probably a little worked up running back, messing up the cones, putting them back up. So we're gonna take a little minute to breathe.
We're going to bring our heart rates a little bit back down because I know they're probably a little bit up. We're going to be following this circle on the right. So we're going to be calling a Mindfulness Minute. We're going to follow the circle on the right of our screen. We're going to inhale with the light blue circle as it is getting bigger and it says inhale. Then we're going to hold our breath for maybe, I'd say 5 seconds. Then going to exhale it out where the light blue circle is getting smaller. And it also says exhale. We're going to hold our breath again, same time. Then we're going to repeat this for about a minute to relax our bodies and our minds and try and bring our heart rates back down. So we're going to
not let your heart rate get too high. It's when you start having chest problems, all those very unwanted medical problems that we don't want.
Absolutely.
So to breathe, take it easy, allows you to de-stress, takes a little bit off your shoulders, calm yourself down. You've been working pretty hard.
All right, so after this inhale, we'll start for about a minute. So breathe in, inhale. In your nose, hold for 1 second. Exhale out your mouth.
If need be, you can always put your hands up behind your head, lock your fingers like this behind your head. It allows you to expand your diaphragm, make sure you're getting the max amount of air in and out.
Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale.
Always remember it's important, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Inhale through those nose. Hold and then exhale through the mouth again.
Just like that.
Absolutely. All right.
So we reached the point. Now we're going to review a little bit about what we learned today. So right down here in that bottom right corner, we've got our QR code for our Flipgrid assignment that we have. If you guys can, we would like you to record yourself answering the questions down here in the bottom left-hand corner and submit it to our Flipgrid. You don't have to, but we would appreciate it. So those review questions. Number 1, what were the proper cues for passing the basketball? We talked about it earlier in the lesson. If you can't remember, you can always go back and watch the video. Absolutely. But just think about what you need to do when you're passing a basketball.
Our second question are what are the 3 types of passes that we can use, that we have used today when we were passing? You can go back as well, or you can think of them possibly. And our third question is, how long should your inhaling while breathing be? How long should it take for you to hold? How long should it take you to do that? If you can't remember, just go back to the last slide and it'll tell you as well.
And for question number 2, if you want to, you can tell us which one of the passes was your favorite. Tell us somewhere that you've seen it, a place that would be useful, a situation, something like that. Help us get a better understanding for later on in the class of what kind of passes you guys like and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. All right. And just don't forget, you can take a picture of this right here with your phone. It'll send you to a link and you are ready to go right into our class and just post to the Flipgrid. So for our next class, we're going to be needing you guys to grab a basketball. It doesn't have to be basketball. You could be a small ball or a big ball, as long as it's not flat like a football, it could be a volleyball, soccer ball, bouncy ball.
And then
Like that.
we're also going to want you to find a partner. It doesn't have to be someone from this class. It could be your mom, your brother, your sister,
Absolutely.
dad, uncle from down the street, someone like that. Just anybody that you're going to be able to pass the ball to. That's the biggest thing.
Or maybe even one of your friends.
Yeah, exactly. If you have some friends, bring them over, work on passing the basketball with them.
Just don't forget to be wearing your mask with them, though.
Yes, stay safe.
Absolutely. Stay safe. And then you're going to need the same cups that you used or whatever you use, whether cones, cups, or anything that you had found around the house to use as well. And we're going to be working on passing again, but
this time we're going to throw in a little bit of movement.
With movement and with a partner. Take care and see you guys all next week. All right, there we go. Let's see, pause/stop or